always feel like the strange thing about Christmas and New Year's is that the days in between those two events are actually quite a few, but also they just pass away without anything happening. It just feels like you're so stuck eating leftovers and watching movies that you're not really getting around to do anything properly. I originally was planning to renovate the kitchen between Christmas and New Year's, but that's not going to happen now. So I thought, to fill your days, I'm going to take you guys along as we traveled over to the Cowal Peninsula when my mum was over visiting a few weeks ago. So the Cowal Peninsula is not necessarily one of those big tourist destinations in Scotland, but I thought it would be a nice thing to kind of show you guys what Scotland actually looks like out of season and winter when you travel around. Just to quickly break down our travel journey, we took the ferry from Gourock over to Dunoon, which is not very far, and I get very travel sick, so I was a bit worried about it, but it really wasn't anything to worry about. From Dunoon, we ended up going to Benmore Botanic Gardens, which are officially closed in winter, but you can still visit, which is really lovely and very quiet. From there, we ended up going up to Old Lachlan Castle, which was probably my favorite part of this trip, because we ended up getting stranded when the tide came in, and we had to cross the path that was underwater, which wasn't too bad and not too dangerous, because it was maybe ankle height, but it was still pretty funny and a good memory. And then we ended up going to the Rest and Be Thankful spot, which is quite popular, so you might have heard about it, and then we had dinner in the Drovers Inn. So it's not a massive tour, but also it gets dark from around 3 p.m. in Scotland in the winter, so we didn't really want to plan to go all the way to Fort William because we'd probably just be spending half of it in the dark driving around. But with the itinerary out of the way, let me show you what Scotland looks like in winter.
It's quite cold. Scottish weather.
We definitely enjoyed our trip up to the Cowal Peninsula, and it just feels like it's so close to Glasgow, but already looks so hilly and so beautiful and wild, so you don't always have to travel all the way to the Western Highlands to get this lovely scenery. A little tip if you're planning to do this yourself, we got our ferry tickets from the co-op in Gourock because we were told that it's cheaper to buy them there than on the ferry, and you have to pay for a driver and the car, and then any additional passenger. So I hope you enjoyed this little adventure. I'll be back with more videos about sewing and renovating and general whimsical things in the new year. So I hope you all have a lovely New Year's Eve, and I'll see you in the new year.